also have ready-made forgiveness. You must have ready-made forgiveness. Because if you don't have ready-made forgiveness, people are going to take the very best out of your life. The very best God has given you. In our journey to helping a lot of people, we meet a lot of disappointments. Many years ago, you will hear people cry on the radio. And when you go investigate what has happened, you will discover that they were trying to scam you. But it doesn't stop me from still reaching out and helping a lot of people. It doesn't stop me from still having the capacity to be able to forgive. Because your mission here is to affect lives. It's not to dwell over people that will never be on your side. And trust me, a lot of people will not be on your side. This journey to impact is one that you might have to walk alone sometimes. If God gives you partners, fine. But sometimes you might have to walk it alone. But the question is, you can't relent, you can't fret. Hello, thank God. Are we on YouTube now? Okay. So you can't relent, you can't fret. Yesterday, I met a man that was macheted to death by his security guards that he helped over 7 years ago. These were people he eats with. In fact, that night is still ex-suya with them. The same group of people, and he opened his heart to them. At the middle of the night, some of them thought he had money with him. So they came, they raided his house, they macheted his skull from this part down. They tore his skull. But in the middle of the pain he faced, he crawled out. As he crawled out, he passed out. The Holy Spirit brought him back to life again. He crawled until where he got help. His skull is stitched across the head. And I asked him, when people asked him there that, don't worry, let us go and bring the perpetrators of this act, he said, let them be. I forgive them. They had macheted most parts of his body. That when the doctors saw him, the doctor said they will just try, but they know he will never be the same. In fact, when he went for his second confirmatory test abroad, and the doctor saw his MRI, they said, this is a dead human being. And he told the person, no, the doctor, no, that this is me, I'm living. Those were people he trusted. They macheted him. But the heart of forgiveness saved him through. The heart of forgiveness. What I'm preaching is not an easy one, but we need to impact a lot of people. By the grace of God, we had our debate program at the library yesterday. You're going to hear all of it here from 9:30. I also have my partner, Dr. Mary. We partnered on the free training, if you remember, the free tech training we did, which was a glorious one. The free tech training was that to help a lot of people in the tech space. And we did that for people where we taught you AI. So let me just have her. She's in Nigeria. we'll just talk briefly today. I just needed to bring her on the show, and we will keep impacting. Sorry, my face, it has to be on 3 bases now because we are streaming across 3. Dr. Mary, how are you? Bless you.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, great woman of God. I said I have to bring you on air. I've been busy. I've been from DC to Abidjan. I got it from Abidjan just on Thursday, Friday. I went to the village again to do my debates.
Opportunity in data. We made them understand as well that data is a very, very, very large field, very large industry, and we also show them the possibilities, the different career paths, to create that vision of the possibilities and the careers that can come out of data, and also, where they can begin to prepare themselves for work and, for their skills and the future of work and AI as well. So it was really rich, and the focus was here, creating that awareness and creating that desire as well to further their career in tech. So and you were asking about the awards and all.
Yes, and tell us, you have a PhD in what? Tell us about you a bit and the awards you've won.
I have a PhD in computer science, so my background was electrical. We've been talking about alphabetical literacy, ABC aspect, but today it is AI and data literacy. We have a very large population of youth in the country, like around 160 million. That's 70% of the population. They are youths, and I know Nigeria started an initiative recently, 3MTT, which is about training 3 million young people in tech, and AI is among them. But then if you compare 3 million to 160 million, you see the big gap there. But yeah, it's a step in the right direction. But the bigger challenge as well is that among, if these 3 million are being trained, the question is, how many industries are ready to absorb them, to employ them? So
You said we have 160 million young people in this country, and a lot of them need skills. We need to build ecosystems. Number one, we need to build investment ecosystems in Nigeria. So we need to be able to attract companies that will come and power these sectors. So we're also calling on global partners. But also we need to train people. So we've trained 300. Something, a crazy idea just came to my mind. How about over the next 10, 20 years, we train 10% of those 160 million young people, about 16 million of them. And this is the idea. About 1.9 million people write JAM on a yearly, maybe 1.7, 1.8, 1.9. Over the next 10 years, that's about 19 million. Then we give them these skills. Then we also now look for companies, to be able to bring into this ecosystem and skill development in Nigeria. How about that?
Oh, that is spot on. So, like you said, it's a whole ecosystem and it's a value chain. We have to, from attracting them, bringing them in, to training them, and then deploying them. It's a whole full chain.
No, because what I'm also going to do is, the very first part will be AI for government. So most of these people that will be trained, I will start advocacy that government should be able to adopt most of its operations through AI, and we can get these engineers to scale the back end. Just imagine the brouhaha we had with JAM. Probably if we have deployed some AI, it will not be all of these things we're happening. We're having that happened recently. So how can we get AI into JAM?
Talented. And I tell people that regardless of whatever policy that a country might make, focus on preparing yourself as that global talent, because you're going to be attractive anywhere. You can do things, even as a global talent, within your country, locally, to the world. You start local, go global. You can, you'll be very, very, very accessible to any economy and impactful as well. So part of what we do is preparing those even people who are not ready, but making them see the possibilities. So from myself as an example, I'm a global talent for the UK and also Australia. So I also secured the global talent visa. And the way it came about, I was already doing certain things that made me attractive to that economy. Right? And when this scheme
found, and it cuts across all, it's sector agnostic. So thank you so much for being here. How can they, okay, send me that. I'll put it on my Twitter and all of that, so that, and also put your contact in there so that people can be able to reach you. But your Instagram page is what?
Instagram page. So my personal Instagram page is Marilyn at Marilyn Amizu, and then
Your
for
LinkedIn.
the company at Glotel. So my LinkedIn as well. My name is Marilyn Amizu on LinkedIn.
Okay.
And
the company is Glotel.
Yes, sir.
Okay, bless you so much, Dr. Mary. So we're partnering with Glotel, but hey, there's the other offering as regards, global talent, visa training. That one has to be paid for consulting, because Dr. Mary is not cheap. So look ahead, move on, even before the person says sorry. Make that peace within yourself. Because if you don't, it will be a burden on yourself and on your life. And you don't want that for yourself. You don't want that for yourself. Let's take one or two calls before we go and now play the debate program that happened yesterday, so that you guys just hear some part of the debate for the kids at the Oseni Center in Odogulu yesterday. 0818-099-1991. 0818-099-1991. Those are the phone lines to call us up if you want to have one or two comments, one or two things to say. Then check out my pages on. I'll try to put it on my Facebook too, so that Facebook people can benefit for that. All right. 0818-099-1991. 0818-099-1991. Let me just take some calls before we go to the debate. Hello, how are you?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Bless you. What's your name?
My name is Wally. I'm calling from Ibadan.
Wally, great to have you.
Sir, actually, I have been trying to acquire the skill in fabricating, but I've been having so many challenges, and I will want you to assist me in achieving that.
No, don't worry. I was just
so much, brother.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Bless you so much. So these are free skills for you. Once the link is out, I'll get the link out on my pages for you. 0818-099-1991. We had a debate at the Oseni Center Library. That's my personal library I built out in the village. And we had the debate about 4 schools yesterday where we talked about democracy. I'm going to be playing that again for you right about now. I'll take one more call, but don't forget the formative word is forgive. And I'm going to expatiate on it probably next week, Sunday, where we're going to have this series on forgiveness and healing your heart and removing burdens from your heart, because a lot of people are clogged up in the heart because they choose never to forgive. 0818-099. Note, maybe one of these days I'm going to do a series on people that are battling the scourge of, drugs and all of that. We've done it before here anyway. We're going to try to do it. Maybe I'll see if I can draft somebody in. Many years ago on Inspiration FM, I used to bring Pastor KG Hamilton. If you remember Fela's song, GKK, the man that Fela was calling was part of the band, did vices, but he's clean now. In fact, he runs what's it called, drug cleaning center, a rehab of some sort. So maybe we're going to do it. I'm going to do something for people dealing with drugs and alcoholism and all of that thing. But it's going to be well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay. I'll go get motor road. Hello, how are you? You're the last caller before I go to the debate.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Bless you. What's your name?
Yeah, Manjem Pharmaceutical, calling from Abuja.
Manjem, how are you doing? How is the prison ministry going?
We bless God. Thank you very much, sir. How was your trip? The Lord is your strength.
I'm very tired. I need to rest. I'm very, very
I see
tired.
that you have been so stressful, and
What we hear now is the debate by children of secondary schools from Princeville Academy to Odowulu Comprehensive to what's it called school, Odowulu Grammar School to John Love College, the four schools that participated in the debate program. Yesterday, I'm sure they'll be waiting out there because I told them it's going to be played on 90.3 FM, Voice of the People. So you're going to hear their debate and you're also going to get a chance to watch it on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. As you go this week, I pray God will bless you and God will keep you. And after that debate, we also have some other messages to play, from a series from the platform. We'll play that, Dixon, the softball, great guy, is going to tell a story about corrupt pay and the lessons he learned from entrepreneurship. We'll play all of that and we'll wrap up the show. God bless you as you go this week. His face and favor will shine over you. His grace will be upon your life. Amen.
From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and penchant for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things that makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people. From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and penchant for excellence in the
So it depends on what you are. You might either have two speakers. Two supporting speakers. Maybe one for and one against. Then for this session, we need one speaker and one supporting speaker.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Hello, students, please listen, more especially the contestants. The instruction given to your schools is that you are going to discuss elaborately on the topic democracy in Nigeria, a cause or blessing. So you are not expected to speak for or against. You are to discuss the topic whether democracy has been a cause on Nigeria or a blessing. I hope you understand now. So we don't expect the main speaker to discuss blessing and the support speaker to come and discuss cause. All of you are to discuss the topic elaborately. I hope it's clear.
Okay, that is okay. So the speaker now will spend 3 minutes, while the supporting speaker will spend 2 minutes. Here on the table, I have myself, Dr. Awe, That is my name. And we also have Mr. Abudu here. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me make it clearer. Dr. Awe happens to be Rufai's teacher at Federal Government College, Odogbolu, in those days. And you can see the relationship between the teacher and the pupil. And when we started this program, it was magnanimous to remember his teacher in those days and ask Dr. Awe to come and moderate the program. Even though Dr. Awe has left Federal Government College years ago, he's now a senior lecturer with Lagos State University, LASU. So most of you will still have that relationship with him in the course of your JAM. Consult him. He spends his weekend at Odogbolu most of the time. And the second person there is the person that manages the computer network at Rufai Oseni Library here. Is Mr. Opeyemi Ibitoye. I am an uncle to Rufai Oseni. We are one and one family, and that's why I've been part of this program. I'm very proud of him as an alumni of Federal Government College, Odogbolu, as my son in the town. When we used to organize debates like this under the auspices of Odogbolu Community Development Council, he has always been there with me. We used to do it together. So it's not new. He has been on it, and we are very proud of him. I'm only afraid because when you speak the truth to the authority, you become a target. I just pray that it will not become a target to Tinubu government.
Amen.
But it's good for leaders to hear the truth. So the topic today is about Nigerian democracy, whether it has been a blessing or a curse. I wish all of you very well.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Abudu. So we are going to start now. So the speaker will spend 3 minutes, while the supporting speaker will spend 2 minutes. So let's start. Which is going to take the lead? Okay, let's start with the Odogbolu Grammar School.
We argue that democracy in Nigeria has failed to deliver its promises, instead perpetuating the corruption, insecurity, and unaccountability, injuring the progress of the country. Before I proceed, I would love to give honor to the NSD. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, incomparable panel of judges, accurate and capable debaters, ladies and gentlemen. I am Christian Bakari Samuel, a journalist student of the Grammar School, and the topic of the debating on today's state, democracy in Nigeria, is a constant blessing. To me, I would say democracy is a cost to Nigeria. Why? Before I go deep into this, I would love to define the word democracy. Democracy is a system of government whereby the power is held by the people, either directly or through elected representatives. I'll start my point with this quote by T.S. Eliot, which states, democracy is an experiment in government and has its obvious disadvantages. The democracy has called a weak institution and poor governance here in Nigeria, perpetuating in corruption, insecurity, and make everything scattered. Ever since Nigeria started this democratic steps, everything has been done in an abnormal way. Amen. Justice is delayed and trust is invoked. Second, unaccountability, insecurity, and poverty. Despite the vast resources of this country, many citizens live in poverty, and democracy has failed to address this issue. A specific portion of Nigerian citizens lives in poverty, and having limited access to basic amenities like food, water, and shelter. Imagine a country that exports goods to other countries, and the countries in which the goods is exported to change some few things about this good and sell it back to us twice the price sold to them. I mean, this is how high the rate of unaccountability has risen rapidly in this country. It has risen rapidly in this country, creating unnecessary spendings and excuses to cover up for their unspeakable actions. Meaning, some years ago, And a news was released that Nigeria painted an aircraft for over 7 million naira. I mean, okay, fine, that may be possible, I don't know. But what about the fact that a snake swallowed over millions of naira here in Nigeria? Or the man that was asked to give account of how he spent the money allocated to him and fainted. He acted as if he fainted just to cover up or to find something to fill in the gap because he's not able to give account of how he has actually spent the money. Instead, perpetrating in his own selfish interest. In conclusion, I urge you guys to agree with me in the fact that democracy has really been a cost to Nigeria. Williams Churchill says, and I quote, democracy is the worst form of government. Thank you.
Our protocol duly observed. In addition to what my name is Ogun.
So, the next speaker, another school.
Beloved, ideally, democracy facilitates a fairer distribution of opportunities among citizens. All protocol duly observed, my people, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the honorable judges, a great paper, my intelligence co-divisions, and my fellow students. Standing before you is very beloved, a student from John High School. And I'm honored to speak on this topic, which says democracy in Nigeria, is it a curse or a blessing? In my opinion, democracy in Nigeria is a blessing because it fosters peace and stability, rule of law, and even rights of the citizens. But before I keep deliberating, I would like to define the key points. Democracy. What is democracy? Democracy can be defined as a system of government in which power is vested in the people, either directly or through elected representatives. Well, Abraham Lincoln defined democracy as the government of the people, for the people, and by the people. Back to my point, peace and stability. When citizens have a voice in how they are governed, it reduces internal strife. I will explain. Since 1999, when the democracy has come to place, there has been a series of conducted elections successfully and also transition of powers. The establishment of ESCC, ICPC, and so on are also evidence that corruption is being reduced in Nigeria. That is also a good tenet of democracy. I mean, the human rights, for example, since democracy in 1999, there have been listed human rights for the citizens, such as right to life, right to education, right to freedom of expression. I mean, I'm talking to the female students right now. If it weren't for democracy, you and I might not have the opportunity to be educated and stand out as we are today. Because why? They believe then that education is not important for female students. If I'm wrong, you can cut me in. Three, fairer distribution. I mean, democracy has gone a long way in Nigeria, not to talk of the challenges that are with it. Dr. Okeke, the lecturer for the political science in the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, highlighted this game. And he also highlighted challenges such as corruption, insecurity, and many more. But by standing on our rights and doing what is right, we won't be involved in all these things. We ourselves, the people, are also involved in that. I am not disposing your facts, my fellow counterpart. But then, we have to look at the blessings that are surrounded in democracy. I mean, you don't just say that democracy is definitely a cause. Look at it. We're enjoying the benefit that most of our people stands out to be the leaders of us. We don't call people from outside to rule over us again, which is a great benefit to all. And I realize with this point of time, I've been able to convince you that democracy is a blessing to Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, student from Comprehensive High School. Yes, you can take. Let him go in first. Then the next school. Prison.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, apprehend co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen. Standing before you is Olaf Favor. I proudly represented Prince Free Academy Odogolo, Ogun State. The topic before me says, democracy is a topic that is ongoing debate with viewing it as a blessing and others as a curse. But before I proceed on, I would like to give the definition of democracy. What is democracy? Democracy is a system of government where power is held by the people, either directly or through election. We have different types of democracy, but I would like to figure out two types of democracy. We have direct democracy, which is also known as indirect democracy. It's a system of government where power is held by the people, either directly or through election. We have representative democracy. This is a system of democracy where citizens have the right to elect their representatives to make decisions on their behalf. Democracy has a blessing, serving the following reason: protection of individual rights and freedom, such as freedom of speech, assembly, and the press. It also promotes stability and peace, which provides framework for resolving conflicts and addressing grievances. The assertion that democracy is a cause to Nigerian policy is a provocative statement that warrants a nuanced discussion. While democracy is widely regarded as the preferable system of governance globally, Nigeria has experienced democracy as indeed faced numerous challenges. Poor governance and corruption. The endemic corruption has faced its number 2, the second most corrupt in the world. Can you imagine that in our democracy, a general in the army force stands a billions of naira in staggered? It is in Nigeria we were told that Bible follows a billions of naira. In addition, we have primary responsibility that all government has at all levels. The protection of individual rights, provide pipe-borne water and electricity. Come to think about it, about a life in 2004. The president at that time, President General Olusegun Obasanjo, paid 16 billion naira for electricity bill. But now Nigeria is still battling with 5,000 naira megawatts. In addition, democracy as a democratic issue in Nigeria. In 1966, the ministry killed the Prime Minister of Nigeria, Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. Also, in 1979, the Second Republic, Shehu Shagari, the president, was overthrown by General Buhari in 1984. In 1984 to 1999, the ministry constitution. The president in 2013 militarized electoral process. In conclusion, democracy has some benefits such as equal opportunity, rule of law, and tolerance and stability. Democracy has indeed been a blessing and a curse by addressing disinformation and misinformation, which encourage citizens to participate, critical, evaluate information sources, and which implemented them to reduce the spread of misinformation. Once again, my name is Olaf Favor, a bona fide student from Prince Free Academy, Ogun State. Thank you.
In decision-making process of our country. Since we gained independence from the British colonial rule in 1960, Nigeria has had an unrest political history marked by military coups and dictatorships. However, the country transitioned to a democratic system in 1999, and since then there have been significant strides towards ensuring the voice of the Nigerian people are heard. Before I proceed, I would like to give honor to whom honor is due. Mr. Chairman, the panel of judges, acquaintance keeper, co-debaters, and my fellow learners. The personality standing before you is Ojo Victoria, a representative of Odogolu Comprehensive High School, Odogolu, Ogun State. I am here today to shed more light on an essential debate topic. This is democracy in Nigeria, a cause or a blessing. I am here today to prove my point that democracy in Nigeria is not a cause but a blessing. Before giving my reason, ladies and gentlemen, what is democracy? Democracy is a system of government in which the ruling power resides in the people, or we can say it is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. There is a saying that a tree that doesn't throw a good fruit will be cut down in order not to keep the ground useless. But let's come to think of it. If democracy is a cause, Nigeria would have abandoned it for over 25 years that the country is practicing it. So democracy is indeed a blessing. One of the key benefits of democracy in Nigeria is the freedom of speech and expression that is granted to its citizens. This enables individuals to openly criticize government, hold leaders accountable for the action, and participate in political discussion without the fear of reprisal. Additionally, democracy ensures the protection of human life, equality, and rule of law, which are essential components of a just and fair society. Furthermore, democracy provides a platform for peaceful resolution of conflict through dialogue, negotiation, and compromise. In a diverse country like Nigeria, where there are multiple ethnic groups and religions, democracy serves as a unifying force that promotes peace, understanding, tolerance, and unity among the different segments of the society. Moreover, democracy in Nigeria leads to economic growth, development, and improved living standards for its people. Free market reform, foreign investment, and infrastructure development have been made possible due to the stable political economy that democracy provides. Also, democracy in Nigeria enhances international cooperation and diplomacy. As a democratic nation, Nigeria is able to engage with other countries and international organizations on equal footing. By upholding the democratic values and principles, Nigeria is able to strengthen its position in the global community and promote peace and stability in the region. Additionally, democracy in Nigeria empowers the youth and future generations. As the future leader of the country, young Nigeria are actively participating in politics and civil society. Democratic institutions such as the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) provide young Nigerians with the opportunity to participate in civic engagement and leadership development. I know some people always criticize democracy by saying it is surrounded by all forms of corruption and social biases. But have we forgotten that anything
supporting speakers. Now let's take off the rail.
My name is Obikade Sarah. In addition to what my teacher has said, democracy in Nigeria is a cause. Before I go further, Nigeria, Africa's most populous country, has complex history with democracy and has experienced setback and progress since our independence on the 1st of October 1960 from the British colonial rule. Since then, Nigeria has mixed experience of military rule, civilian governance, and democratic experience. This piece explores how democracy is a cause in Nigeria. Firstly, democracy has been a cause in Nigeria with the high rates of persistent corruption and abuse of power. Corruption, the abuse of entrusted power for personal gain, for personal or private gain, involves illicit activities such as bribery, embezzlement, fraud, extortion, or nepotism. Power is a corrupting force in human relationships, which plays a vital role in the social, political, and economic interaction. Even with the increased knowledge of power's corrupting effect and safeguard set aside to counteract such tendencies, power abuse remains rampant in the society and as well affect the economic growth of the country. Secondly, electoral malpractice and political manipulation. Findings have revealed that the electoral wills of the masses had often been thwarted by the fraudulent action of the security agencies, political class, and the electoral officers. In Nigeria, election has always been marked by violence, vote buying, rigging, falsification, and manipulation of vote results. In the case of political manipulation, it comes in different forms: disinformation, propaganda, social media manipulation, voter suppression, and gerrymandering. Thirdly, insecurity and terrorism. There is high rate of insecurity in the country, which causes the citizens to live in fear and worry when the government has full security in their own abode, leaving the lives of the security
living the life of the citizen in danger. In conclusion, inequality, economic inequality and poverty. There's aspects of inequality. Starting on a system before, many the Benava students of John High School. Additional to my chief speaker just said the topic, democracy in Nigeria, is it a blessing or a curse? So my own opinion is a blessing because Nigeria has witnessed so many coups and counter coups, and these leaders use the power and elite to govern the country. This leads to high handedness of the citizen. There is no check and balance in the country anymore. Nepotism and corruption are so rampant because there was no institution to take them accountable. Yes, democracy is a blessing to us as a nation. If you look at the news, read the country inherited a colonial history and subsequent coups, it seems that what we have now is far better than what the country used to be in 1999. Democracy is now a new wave of governance and things have changed greatly. Furthermore, it is significant to know that democracy journey is still evolving and the country continues to face significant challenges such as corruption and issues with electoral processes. The continued commitment of democracy principle and strengthening of its institution are fully vital to unlock the blessing that democracy can offer to the people. To buttress it of my audience, democracy has brought about fundamental human rights, which means everybody have the right to enjoy certain things, and which makes it possible for a girl child especially to be educated. It also proves that without the introduction of democracy to Nigeria, my counterparts will now not have the opportunity to be here of these arguments. Without beating around the bush, it is glaring that democracy is a blessing and not a curse. Thanks for having me.
The next slope.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, worthy opponents, and fellow debaters. My name is Adeloye Sidarasimi, a student of Princeton Academy. Today, we gather here to deliberate on a topic that has sparked this discussion and divergent views: democracy in Nigeria, a blessing or a curse. As a speaker arguing that democracy in Nigeria is both a blessing and a curse, I stand before you to present my case. Democracy as a blessing. Democracy, by its very nature, is a system that empowers the people. In Nigeria, democracy has provided a platform for citizens to participate in electoral processes, choose their leaders, and hold them accountable. This fundamental right to choose their leaders has fostered a sense of ownership and responsibility among the populace. Furthermore, democracy has ensured the protection of individual rights and freedom. In Nigeria, citizens enjoy the freedom of speech, assembly, and the press, which are the essential components of a democratic society. The judiciary, as an independent arm of government, has played a crucial role in upholding the rule of law and protecting the rights of citizens. Democracy as a cause. From 1966 to 1999, Nigeria was ruled by the military juntas that took power through force. Insecurity. Insecurity is a significant cause to Nigerian democracy because it undermines fundamental principle and it undermines fundamental principle and functioning of democratic system in Nigeria. In essence, persistent insecurity disrupts democratic systems and weakens institutions. Another significant cause is electoral malpractices. It is a serious cause because it damages credibility, fairness, and effectiveness of democracy in Nigeria. In summary, electoral malpractices poison the foundation of democratic system in Nigeria. Now, concluding the causes, we heard about the CBN governor in 2023. It is part of corruption in Nigeria. The judiciary are not also exempted. The judiciary are not also exempted in the causes of corruption because we had about the justice in the court of appeal that was suspended over corruption. In conclusion, democracy in Nigeria is indeed a blessing and a curse because democracy has proven to be a blessing and a curse. But while challenges exist, we believe that democracy is the best system of government for Nigeria, and with continued efforts to strengthen our institutions,
comprehensive college, the supporting speakers.
All protocols duly observed. Standing on the existing protocols and adding greatness to what my chief learners have said, I, Joe General Adarasi, would like to add that, according to Abraham Lincoln, democracy can be defined as the government of the people, for the people, and by the people. I hereby oppose the motion that democracy is a cause. On the contrary, democracy is a blessing, a work in freedom, not a failed system. Here is the point to justify my argument. Firstly, democracy has given Nigerians a choice and a voice. In military regime, you couldn't criticize leaders openly without fear of imprisonment or death. But today, every Nigerian, either rich or poor, can speak out, vote, campaign, and even run an office. That freedom, my audience, is a blessing. Secondly, through democracy, Nigeria has witnessed a peaceful transition of power for a country once led by coups and dictatorship. For the fact that we now vote leaders in and out is a sign of political maturity. In addition, democracy promotes accountability and rule of law. Leaders are no longer above the law. They are answerable to the people and the constitution. While challenge passes, we see governors and even the lawmakers tied in patch and even jail, something or head under military rule. Furthermore, democracy encourages development projects through decentralization. The three tiers of government bring the federal, state, and local government, bring governance closer to the people. States now manage their projects, pass their own law, and initiate a development project tailored to their needs. Though the other opponents may likely to say that we have challenges in Nigeria through democracy. But to be really sincere with ourselves, we have challenges in Nigeria like insecurity, poor infrastructure, and corruption. But these are not the faults of democracy. They are the faults of bad leadership, which can only be corrected within a democratic framework through voters' participation, civic education, and reform. Let's think about it, ladies and gentlemen. If we throw away democracy because of these challenges, what is the alternative? Is it a return to military dictatorship? No. Democracy remains our best hope. In conclusion, democracy is a blessing to Nigeria because it offers freedom, accountability, and a peaceful change. It is not perfect, but neither is any other system. Let us fix the system, not abandon it, because democracy is not a cause, it is our chance. With these few points of mine, I think I'm able to convince and not to confuse the listeners and my co-debaters that democracy in Nigeria is not a cause, but a blessing.
Thank you very much, the speakers and the supporting speakers. All of you have spoken very well on the topic. Actually, I'm not even opposing or going for. We are just to discuss the topic, democracy is a blessing for the cause in Nigeria. We have the 2 points synergized. I just want to give the speakers, on the first field, I'm going to give you 1 minute to speak on. If you go beyond that 1 minute, I'm going to deduct marks from the scores given to you already. I just want you to speak for 1 minute. And once I ring the bell, if you go again, just continue to speak, I will deduct marks. So just 1 minute to round up. Okay, let me begin with Joy Love. 1 minute. Just summarize what you have said.
In summarization to what I have said, democracy is a blessing to Nigeria in that citizens now have rights to vote during elections and to choose their leaders. This fundamental right to vote and choose leaders has enlightened citizens and also allows them to have a say in how they are governed. For example, the rule of law, which means that no man is above the law. That means you can speak against any leader that is wrong or right, no matter the challenges facing democracy. So democracy is absolutely not a curse because you can speak against your leaders. It is because most of us don't have the courage to speak out. That's why we think democracy is a curse. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The next school, comprehensive High School.
In summarization to what I have said, democracy is considered a blessing in Nigeria, for it empowers its citizens, enhances economic prosperity, promotes peace and stability, and by upholding the democratic values and principles. However, it is important for the Nigerian government and its people to continue to uphold the democratic principles, respect the rule of law, and strive toward building a more inclusive and just society for all. By this, people will benefit from democracy. And I stand here that democracy is indeed a blessing in Nigeria.
Thank you so much. Praise the college. Praise when you are talking, give it energy. It's part of the process.
As I have said earlier, democracy in Nigeria has proved to be a blessing and a curse. Moreover, democracy as a blessing. Democracy has promoted economic growth and development. With a democratic government, Nigeria has been able to attract foreign investment, improve infrastructure, and enhance standard of living for its citizens. The private sector has flourished, and entrepreneurship has been encouraged by diversification and growth through democracy. Democracy as a cause. We heard about the recent deposition of our democratically elected government in Rivers State. It's a tokenomic cause on our democratic, and an act of megalomania. Thanks.
The next group.
Here's the summary of what I said earlier. Democracy is a cost to Nigeria. Why? Because democracy gives the people the right to vote. Fine. But after the leaders getting to the post, they only prioritize their personal interests, forgetting the promises that were made to the community. Promising them when I get to the post, I will do this to the country, I will do this to the government. But after getting it, they only prioritize for their own interest, not the interest of the people. Well, and another says that the voice of the people is the loudest, but not the wisest. Thank you.
So I think that we have come to the end of the debate for this third year edition. Please give yourselves a round of applause. Yes, maybe from the students, you want to say one or two things about the topic, democracy, is it a blessing or a curse in Nigeria? Please don't say one or two things. We give you maybe 30 minutes or 1 minute to think about it.
Good day everyone, my name is Gloria Solution. I proudly represent Christian Academy. Today we gather to deliberate on the topic which says democracy in Nigeria, a blessing or a curse. I stand firm to say democracy in Nigeria is indeed a blessing and also a curse. As a top speaker, I would like to highlight the examples of problems in which democracy solved and caused. Firstly, democracy introduced free and fair election. The 2015 presidential election saw President Goodluck Jonathan peacefully transfer power to Muhammadu Buhari, making a significant milestone. Secondly, democracy protects our human rights. The 1999 Constitution guarantees us freedom of speech, the assembly, the press. This empowers Nigerians to express themselves. Thirdly, the one significant example is the advantages of the option A for voting system, which made MKO Abiola the emerged winner in June 12, 1993. It was regarded as one of the best democratic systems, which was still celebrated today in Nigeria. Thanks.
Another person, bless our representative from the school.
Good day everyone. My name is Onyetejo. I'm here to debate on the topic which states democracy in Nigeria, a curse or a blessing. Democracy in Nigeria is indeed a blessing by political participation and representation. Democracy has empowered Nigerians to vote, express their opinions, and elect their leaders, unlike military rule, where the citizen has no say in governance. Democracy has given people power. This has helped build political awareness and civic engagement among the population. Protection of civil liberties under democratic rule. There is constitutional protection of freedom of speech, religion, press, and association. While these rights are not perfectly upheld, they offer a framework for holding government accountable. Peaceful transition of power. Since 1999, Nigeria has witnessed several peaceful transition of power, including the historic 2015 election, where an incumbent president lost and handed over without any office. This is a strong sign of democratic maturity.
Thank you so much. Another person wants to contribute? So, if there is another person, please give yourself a round of applause. We are just using this medium to say that please we should take more interest in a debate. And with this, you need to form literally a debating society in your college. And you should be having a kind of a weekly program or a timely program so that it will encourage others. Especially they can start building up from GSS 1 up to SS3. So we want you to encourage those in junior classes so that they too will have interest. And then by the time you build your interest, it will even help you to be bold and you can speak anywhere you go. You know, the kind of education we have now, we don't want the shy type. Some people, maybe you are in the program, and if you have the chance, you can just ask a question. And if you know it, some people will be shy, they don't want to say anything. This are only down says the answer, and I know the answer, I don't want to talk. So please, always use the medium. It's a way for you to talk. You don't need to be shy. Increase the boldness. The boldness will go a long way for you. So we are hoping that maybe you will do all this needful when you get back to your college. Thank you so much for coming today. So while we are still on, enjoy a brief music, we announce the results in the next 3 or 4 minutes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How are you? Yeah, not today. Let me sit down
Please, I have this information from Dr. Rufai Oseni. You can listen to this program on 90.3 FM tomorrow morning. You listen to this program we have just had now on 90.3 FM. Please, 9:30 a.m. And let me inform you that this is a visual program. What we have done today is watched by over 1 million followers of Rufai Oseni on Instagram. It's live on Instagram. So you'll be surprised that some people will call your proprietor or your school that what is happening. It's live on Instagram. So you are blessed and you are watched all over the world.
You don't shoot like mad. That's it. Now only me never shoot. Yeah?
My phone, I can see them.
Please don't shoot tire for this life. See,
thank you so much.
Okoliko. Oh, sure. This thing is savvy. No stress your face. Let 1 million people see you. You're hygiene. Yes, no. cheese. Sure. Oh, you don't become famous, Abby.
Thank you so much. So we have come to the point we want to announce the winners. We have a joint third position. The joint third position goes to Udugulu. Now the joint third position goes to Udugulu Grammar School and Joylo College. Please give yourselves a round of applause. In second position is Comprehensive High School. And the fourth position goes to Princeway College. And for the best speakers, or the best speaker, we have two speakers now. We have two joint best speakers. So the two best speakers are from Comprehensive College and Princeway Academy. Let's see the speaker and first speaker. The first speaker come forward, and the first speaker for Princeway Academy come forward. These are the two best speakers. They really tried very well. So we just want to encourage you to do more. First, I will have the lady from Comprehensive College. But the last time you came, it was deliberate. I wanted to try to have one, but you did not put much energy. Please, anything you want to do, always put energy so that at least we get the better results. These are the two best speakers for this third edition of Dr. Rufai Oseni debate.
So, put your hands together for yourself today. You guys did so well this year that I have to increase the prize money. So what I did was, two of them among joint best speakers, and normally the prize was supposed to be 10, they will both share that amount each. Then, because we have 2/3, the third position prize of 10, we'll have 10 separately for the first third, 10 separately for the second third. And we give others the prizes that they get. But I'd like to thank you guys so much. Next year, I want to do something. And so you'll help me also follow through. Apart from this guy next year, can we do it in such a way that probably we'll also have primary schools come debate next year? Yes. So we're going to have two segments, primary schools and secondary school segments. No. Let's make primary and secondary. Primary and secondary. Yeah, so any of them can come in. Primary and secondary. So that we start this conversation from the grassroots, catch your meal. So is that a deal? Next year we're going to make it bigger. Primary will debate, secondary will debate. But you know what that means? You have to come early. You have to come early. So you come early, we take the primary school first, then we take the secondary school, and we do it quickly. So that's going to be the catch for next year. God sparing our lives, and God helping us. Bless you all. Thank you so much for coming. You are indeed champions. Stand up for the champions.
Please come and give the mask. Don't go yet now. Just stand up for them. Just stand up. Have the prize presentation.
We only have one plaque for third position, but we know that we have 2/3, isn't it? Because we didn't plan for 2/3. So we have one plaque. The truth has to be said. Okay, probably if you have to make additional plaque, we know how to go about that. But out of both of them got the same point, right? Okay, so we'll make additional plaque for you guys. Thank you. So bear with us. No. No. We're not going to cut the plaque into two. But you get double prize money anyway. You get double prize money. So I'm making the same what prize money third will get. The second third will also get. All right. So I think I've sorted that out. You get the prize money. You'll flip the plaque afterwards. Thank you. Sit down.
Now, we have a third position. Goes to both Logolo Grammar School and Joylo. Let's start with Logolo Grammar School. Come forward.
Hello. Rufai. Sorry, just a minute so that you'll be part of it. No, go on.
John Love. Conference devices.
Thank you very much.
Fourth position goes to Prince Olakina. Please come forward.
Láti wà bí olùkọ́ tó ti ṣe wà lásìkò lọ́sẹ̀ mọ́ àìsọ́tẹ̀ yẹn bá lù. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bọ́ ládùúgbò.
The first speaker, second best and fourth first speaker. Comprehensive High School. Princeton Academy, come forward.
But
Please just work behind the videos from footpaths. Don't in our haste to go home. So thank you very much for coming to this year's third edition of the Rufai School Debate. We hope we'll be here next year by the grace of God. Except those who are necessary, maybe they believe in this year. How many of you are necessary? There are not that many, okay? So I will even say it's better we have GS, SS1, SS2, so that we can continue to. How many of you were here last year? So we have a big number of them. So please try and encourage others too. Who has one or two things to tell us? Those who have been coming. What is the observation? What have you seen? What do you think we can do to improve on the program? Yeah, come and tell us. How many of you have been coming? Okay, easy. Who came here last year? Okay. Madam, yeah, come and tell us one of the teachers too. Yeah, I want to tell us something.
Good morning, Doc. On the letter, you have to speak. The letter says democracy is a cause of blessing. But getting here from Mr. Budita, we realize the speaker has to speak on the two. That is, that cut across is either a cause or a blessing. And I think someone has came to meet you, said you passed the information across. Sir, if we are going to have the same edition next year, if there is any information aside from the first letter, let it be in written form, sir. So that it won't be you calling someone and the person refuse or in the wrong way or the other, not remember to deliver the message. Thank you, sir.
That's good.
So one thing I'll also do next year is, I appreciate your concern, but I'll tell you this, as a debater and as an intellectual, you should be prepared for anything. I held a record in Ogun State for not losing any impromptu speech. You know what impromptu speech is? You don't even prepare for it. You are given a basket of speeches and you pick a ballot. Maybe that's what we'll do next year to challenge the brain. Should we do that? Huh? To make it exciting. So maybe that's what we'll do next year. So you have to be well read for impromptu speeches. So what we'll do next year is we'll just have a basket of topics. And it will roll up here and you pick one. So you have to prepare so that's what we'll do next year. This is part of the innovation God is very in our life. 2 innovations we'll do. We'll have primary school. Primary school will join us, they'll do it first. So you guys have to come early, please. From like 8. Then next year we'll do the impromptu speech. So everybody will be given a level playing what? Ground. Is that a good one? Very good. Very good. Thank you. So impromptu speech next year. Let's try it out. Let's keep innovating so that we'll see those that will be able to wrestle it out. Isn't it? Thank you.
And also, while you are collecting our feedback, teachers from other colleges, come and say 1 or 2 things. Or those that prepare the students for today's program. Join up. Where's the teacher? Come and say 1 or 2 things. Then from Prince to come and say 1 or 2 things. What is the observation? What did you do? What are the things they did or what they're planning to do more?
Hello everybody, my name is William. I'm a core member. I'm a PBA Rufai School. So this is a wonderful program. This is like the first time I'm witnessing a debate of this magnitude, and I'm impressed by it. I've watched Mr. Rufai Oseni and RSC. I think that's the first I'm seeing it. So I'm actually happy. I'm glad that there's this initiative in this community, and it's going to make students perform better. And I also like the innovative idea brought up, the ballot system. It's a wonderful idea. It's going to make them think outside of the box and also make them think on their feet. So I commend this and I'm happy I'm here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
except for so I would say it's a great privilege and opportunity to be here and to be part of this whole program and initiative. So the topic here, for example, democracy is a blessing or a curse, is one interesting topic everybody should be enlightened on. It's a thing where people come together, you deliberate on things. Democracy naturally has been an issue from 1999. And also, I would like to say that the part where Rufai Oseni said he was going to introduce primary students to equally join, I think it's a good thing. It helps to expose kids on how to maintain their confidence, their balance, and to equally build on their communication skills. Thank you so much.
Were you part of the teacher that prepared the students? So what did you, I don't observe over I think Princewick College or Princewick Academy, I think they improve every year. Maybe you have a program on ground, I don't know, but I think you improve on yeah, okay? They do it in the school? Okay. What do you do? Do you have any program? Depicting group?
I am the leader of the president.
And that's a good one. Please, other colleges too can copy that. You can be doing that on weekly basis or family basis so that improve the manner of debates and quiz. So that will go a long way. It will help you. It makes you feel confident. Anywhere you go, you can speak. You have to say something you can say. So that is the innovation in it. Thank you so much for coming. We hope to see you here by next step by the grace of God. Thank you. I don't have to tell you a food pack. You're way behind. How many of you are here to collect? Indicate by raising your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6. We get to it.
Have you collected food? You don't want food. No, don't finish it yet now.
Hello, check. I would like to talk to you.
Okay. Yes, I actually wanted to talk about it, but since you already spoke about it, when we got the letter, actually, we were not told the expense of this time. We were not told at all. Honestly, when we got the letter, we were not told that we have to prepare on post like the elaboration.
The letter did not even say you have to speak for or against.
Last year, sorry,
that democracy in Nigeria is also a blessing.
After last year, I was here personally. When we came, the topic given was like, they were like, are they supporting or opposing? That was what
But I mentioned it.
Yes, but like according to how they prepared, I only told them to prepare for the blessing side of the subject. So
okay, if you are preparing for blessing side, who takes the God side?
You said you got the message across the issue, but we were not told and we were not preparing them. So I believe that was a setback on our part.
Even I call each principal. It's not my responsibility, but I just feel
like sorry,
give them that courage.
Just a suggestion, though.
Yeah.
I would like to suggest if you can have a platform whereby like representative of every school can be added. Okay. So if you are getting any institution across, you can easily get it. Like you can tell our principal now to tell us to give us an information. And she might forget. She's not around correctly. So that is why we probably didn't get it.
I still call that this morning.
Yeah.
I call grammar school. I call
so, and it was a setback on our part, but I get it. So it could be better.
Even I was complaining when the Compro guy was talking about blessing. I said, you don't hammer on the blessing alone. Who now talks about the cause?
So that is it, sir. That is the thing I want to do. So if you can have a platform so that we can get the information in NN.
Even my people who are the
it will be better.
Blessing. I corrected them.
Yeah. We only prepare for the blessing side now. How do you mean we got the information that prepare for both sides?
You are not
no, sir. It is a setback on our part now because we are only facing one side of the so definitely.
I didn't mean you prepare for blessing and the support we can prepare for cause. It will have balanced.
Last day we had 4 reps. Like one was preparing for the opposing side, 2 was preparing for the supporting side. That was what we did last day. So when we got here, you were like, who is talking, like who is supporting, who is opposing. So they got confused. That's why I just told them, go and prepare for the blessing. And when you get them, so that's the just will not be impromptu. Yeah, that would be better. That would be better. Have you collected them? Where? The Alpha. Sorry, can I end it?
Yes.
I'm Rufai Oseni. I've been seeing a video purporting that I endorsed Kai Official Trading. Kai Official Trading is a scam. I have nothing to do with it. Do not fall for it. In the days of AI, people use AI to manipulate videos of public figure. The original video was a video of me in Washington reporting at the International Monetary Fund spring meetings. He used my video, manipulated the words, and he used it to trick people and deceive people. Do not fall for the scam. I do not endorse any trading of some sort and any scam activities online. Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another great and quality time. And it's more than a joy and more than a pleasure being here. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us. Another great, powerful, impactful Sunday morning here. I'd like to thank you all for constantly joining us anytime you come on this platform. And we thank God for what He's doing in our lives and in the lives of many people connected to the show. We're trying to join the live link right about now. So once we do that, you get a chance to see us on the live link. So once we join that, you'll see us, but we're also trying to join the radio station live. This Sunday, we're going to be talking about something important. We're going to be talking about leaving legacies and the development of our continent. We're going to be talking about leaving legacies and the development of our continent. How do we birth a continent of impact? How do we birth a continent of legacies? I'm currently in Abidjan, where yesterday repatriated home, and it was very moving experience, you know, and that experience taught me a lot about our African continent. And the question is, how can we build capacity across board when you see young Nigerian girls being trafficked, when you see them resort to prostitution, where you see them resort to all sorts of nefarious vices, and you wonder, what is the leadership doing? You just imagine how much the leadership has failed. You just want to imagine how much leadership does not even care about the prospect and development of our continent. You wonder what is happening to leadership. You wonder what sort of brains or heads are those we call leaders on the African continent. Because these are girls that are shipped away against their will to be able to go into a way of livelihood that will not benefit them or benefit humanity. And you also ask, has now become sort of like a cocktail. It is two forces that are fighting each other. Forces of mental destruction and forces of also physical destruction. Mental destruction deals with the forces of the mentality of the followers and of the leadership. We can complain about leadership all we want, but the followers who also have a mind that has been destroyed. I keep asking, is it not Nigerians that voting